Are you solving the right problem in your business, or are you focused on something that's never going to get you the success that you're looking for? In this video, I'm going to cover this idea that I realized far too late in business, and I'm still just getting my head around because it makes so much sense. It's so flippant obvious, and I don't know why I didn't think about it before. If you are trying to grow a business, you are balancing supply and demand. Is there enough demand for what I have, and am I able to supply the required amounts to meet the demand? And if you are stuck in your business, it's because one of two things is broken. Either there is not enough demand or there is not enough supply. The way demand looks like is leads and sales, right? There's people wanting my thing and I'm able to sell them and bring them on. I've got too many clients, too many leads, too much opportunity. Are you doing enough things to generate enough demand? If you have enough demand for the current season of your business, because remember, you don't have to be wildly famous to get a whole lot of demand. You don't have to be spending millions of dollars on ads to get a whole lot of demand. You can just have more demand than you can possibly supply, and that's perfect for the season you're in. And then as you start to increase the required supply for that demand, then you want to go, oh, I've got a demand deficit. Let me increase the demand. I've got to market more. I've got to do more of the things that'll get me more of the clients. And then as the demand goes back up again, I've got to grow my supply to match. So what does supply look like? Well, supply is everything from staff to systems. If you are horribly inefficient in your business, then you will not be able to supply the requirements to the demand because you're going to have a whole lot of people. And then now you're looking at your business going, well, I've got to hire more people. The reality is that supply is made up of a combination of things, systems and people and your process. So you want to fix one of the three at any moment in time to improve the supply, and then those are balanced together. For example, if you have a poor process, but you have lots of systems and lots of people, then your ability to supply with those systems and those people is limited. So should you hire more people or should you improve your process? You should improve your process. Now that your process is better, should you hire more people? Well, maybe I need to improve my systems. Well, now I've improved my systems, my supply is increased. Okay, so when do I hire more people? You hire more people as your process and system supply is improved. That's it. That's my realization. I was like, holy crap, that's it. I've got to make sure that I'm able to keep up with demand. And I've got to make sure that I keep creating demand. And as long as I can supply what's necessary to serve the demand, my business will just grow infinitely. Literally, for a perfectly vertical growth business that's growing by 100% a day, let's say, there would have to be an infinite amount of demand and an infinite amount of supply. So if your business is not growing by 100% a day, there is a limitation in demand or a limitation in supply. And your job is to figure out what. And the only way to figure out what is to have data. So are you tracking? Because at its core, a business is a series of processes linked together. And there are people that operate those processes, and there are systems and automations that operate parts of those processes, but it's a series of steps. Person has a request, that's the demand from the client or lead or whatever. I then must go through a series of things to deliver on the promise to that person. And then they give me money. And then I repeat over and over again. So in your business, if you are stuck and you're not growing in the way that you want, do you have enough demand? Is it a demand problem? Great. First principles. Do you have enough leads? Yes. Are you converting enough of them? No. What does the data show? Oh, we've got a conversion issue because we're not reaching out to enough leads. Fix it. Now we're getting a lot more calls booked, but we still don't have enough clients. Well, you've got a sales problem then. Oh, we're getting sales, but everyone's refunding. You've got an onboarding process problem. And so you're just able to work through from first principles, part of the value chain. Is it leads? Is it clients? Is it, fulfillment? What is the problem? And then you can fix that. And when I realized this myself, I looked at my business and I said, damn, I'm not in the business of X, Y, and Z. I'm in the business of creating demand. I have a demand problem business. For example, one of my companies, we need to be generating constant demand because supply is very leveraged. So we need to be generating demand. In another business, there's enough demand. We need to be generating more supply. For example, in a real estate agency, I need to be hiring lots and lots and lots of agents because there's plenty of people who want to sell their houses. We don't have to do too much effort to get people to want to sell their house. We need to have more people who are any good at delivering on that versus a consulting company where I need to be generating a lot more demand because people aren't just wanting it and overwhelmingly like sign me up. I need to be They don't inherently want it. I need to show them to want it. It's kind of like Apple. No one wants an iPad. They don't even know what it is. Apple created the demand for iPads and then they solved the supply problem to serve the demand that they created. Versus when I was, let's say, a mortgage broker, people want mortgages. So as long as you are in where all the people are asking for mortgages, you won't have a demand problem, you'll have a supply problem. People already want to get money. You just have to get into the conversation. So there's a bit of a demand generation, but get into the conversation. Then it's about hiring more people to serve that. In my healthcare practice, we had more leads and clients than we could handle. We needed to hire more practitioners. We had to generate more supply for the demand. A lot of businesses that I work with, they think they have a demand problem when in reality they have a supply problem. They say, well, how do I get more clients? I say, you get more clients by having more people to sell those. So you're not really in the business of marketing because you are not spending as much money as you could on your marketing because you're limited by supply. You need to be hiring more people who can sell people because as every person you sell, you make more money. You can reinvest that money into the marketing that you already know is working. You just don't have any money to put into marketing because you're not selling anybody. So recruiting talent becomes the core focus. So to summarize, there's only two problems in a business: demand problems or supply problems. Your job using your data is to analyze and go, which is my problem? And then put focus onto solving that problem using first principles. Don't overcomplicate, don't get emotional, don't overthink. Just go, is this a supply problem or a demand problem at this moment in time? And what is the key thing that if I changed it now, I would fix that problem? Supply would not be an issue, demand would be the issue. Let me get to more demand. And guess what? If you think that you're going to be in business and you're never going to have any problems, you're delusional. The only people without problems are dead. In business, it's a constant, never ending series of problems. Your job is to fall in love with those problems and to seesaw them against each other. We have a supply problem, we have a demand problem, and just keep fixing and moving it. And if you zoom out, you're climbing a ladder. In the moment in time, it feels like you're just pulling this ladder down, you're not going anywhere. It's like, oh, life sucks. If you zoom out, you go, oh, I've actually moved up a whole floor because I just pulled myself up because perspective made you feel stuck. That's for another video. But perspective made you stuck. You are solving the demand and the supply problem on an ongoing basis like this as you climb up to the destination you want to get to. Hope this has been helpful. Hope you got some insights from this. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. I'm here to answer those. And we've got a ton of content. You should check out our other videos. I'll see you in the next one.